Okay, now we'll create a function to return the triangle of stars using our friend recursion. So to demonstrate what we will write, I will use already written version of it in our homework. This is just one version to write it, and you can write, I think, this version in GitHub. Check the link below. So we just need to see what it did in our browser. So we'll open index.html file and see. Here you can see that we have triangle with stars, and its length is defined by this argument. It is 5, so we have 5 rows here, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we'll try to recreate this, and I will try to explain how to do that. Note that we will do it in console log, and if you don't do that in console log, the breaking the new line symbol will be different. It will be tag actually. In our case it is a returning character. Okay, we'll create a new file, call it stars.js, and put our code in it. So first we'll have a container of function, call our function triangle of stars, and put a function in it with one argument, and start to think what we will have in it. As you can imagine, let me open this up. As you can imagine, we must have some functions to print stars. So we'll give that function argument and a number, and it will return that number of stars. So we'll have we have 9 stars here, and we will call stars9, and it will return 9 stars. And we need a function to return spaces. As you can see, there are spaces here. Actually there are spaces, and we need a similar function to give the number and to return that number, that much of spaces. So these two functions are really similar with only one difference, and it is symbol. For the primitive version we'll write them divided, so we will have two functions. Let's create them. Const stars and const spaces. So stars is equal to function with some number argument. In it we have termination case. In this case it is 0. If number equals to 0, we will have nothing to return, so we'll return empty string. Return empty string. And then we'll have to return one star concatenated with stars and -1. It is really simple example of recursion, so you can understand it if you watch 2 previous videos of mine. So we'll have also spaces function with argument number, and you can eventually give whatever names and argument names you want. Just for our convenience I use number. If number is equal to 0, we'll in this case also return an empty string, and then return space. Note that these and these are different, and this actually means space and this means nothing. So, and plus spaces with n-1. Okay, we have these two functions and we can use them. You can put parentheses here, curly braces. It's not necessary if you have only one operator in if, but we'll put it to clearer code. So in triangle stars we need these functions, and we'll create termination space case here too. It is all the same as for previous two. If number equals to 0, return an empty string. And we'll write something here, and it depends on the way we want to write. We can actually write helper function to when we give function. For example, we call with triangle stars with 5, it will go to function and add one more argument, which is 0, which is number of space in the lowest row. Or we can use a thing that trick that create two argument function here and give one argument here, and we'll have undefined argument, and we can use that fact. Or we can as written in our GitHub project, we can store our row count in somewhere and then refer to that by and then refer to call function with that constant, so we have somewhere stored the row count that we will need. And here we will write something like, okay, here semicolon needed. We will write something like return triangle stars with number -1. So in case of 5, as you can imagine, it returns this part, and then we'll break the line. We need to break the line, and we'll use escaping character. This is called new line character, escaping character, and then we'll put our spaces. So we have spaces in row. In every row we have spaces with this much of spaces. Let me write and then explain. We have row count minus and number of spaces plus stars, which are 2 times number minus 1. So I will explain this now. Just make sure it works. Copy full path of. Oh, we forgot to attach it to HTML file. 1 minute. It calls stars.js, so we can now. Okay, we had the one here. Sorry. We see error here. Okay, we'll check where we write n instead of something. Okay, here we write n, and here we write n. So I hope no more errors. Okay, and where is our console log? I need to write something. Console.log. This. Okay, hope we will have the result. Okay, blessings. we'll check if it works for 10, and it is prettier. Okay, it works. So y row count minus number and y 2 times number minus 1. We see that we have axis here in this thing is line, and it has 1 star every per row, and there is no other row like this, and every time it goes down 2 stars are added, 1 from each side. And here you can see in the first line we have 1 star, so it is 2 times 1 minus 1. In second row we have 2 stars more, so it is you can imagine that, so it is 2 times 2 minus 1, and you can find intuitively the relationship and write that. And y spaces row count minus number. As I said, in the lowest part we have no spaces, and when we go up we have 1 star removed from each side. So this side we have 1 star removed, so space is one space. Going up 1 line again we have relatively to the lowest one 2 stars removed from the left side and from right side, so we have 2 spaces from left and 2 spaces from right. And this intuitively you can feel that it goes from it depends on the difference between the lowest part and the row we have reached. So it goes row count minus number, which is the current row we reached, and the row count is the number of rows we have from the start. So hope it was understandable. You can try to write it yourself, or you can check the link down below. Code is attached, code is on my GitHub, and if you want I will put 3 or 4 versions of it, so and more advanced versions of this you can write. You can just merge these 2 functions, or you can do that undefined thing I mentioned at the start, or you can call create that helper function. So if you call here with 1 argument in it, you will call it with that argument and 0, and we'll have 2 argument function, and we will call it with 1 argument. So you can do many things, you just need time and you need will. So hope this video helped you to understand recursion once again. Hope you understand all the code we have written. It is simple, really simple. You just need to feel it. You just need some intuition. I know you have that. So Robert was with you. Make sure to subscribe and comment down below if you want, and I will see you guys later.